issue with the influence that people have on kids, just in general. We're so flippant about who teaches kids, and it should be a really difficult job to get, and it should pay really well. And it's almost, if you wanted to go full tinfoil hat again, you would think by design you would want the least motivated, weirdest fucking shitheads to be teaching your kids.
Yeah.
Because you would ensure that their education would suck. And especially if those kids, if those people, if you push the type of people to teach that were a part of this ideology that you're trying to push, then, you know, what's the best? Well, these people they're not doing well anyway, for the most part. They're not like super financially successful if they're looking to push these agendas. In general, they're not like really excellent capitalists. Well, so you could probably pay them less. You know, and you can get these people. They want that job because they think they're a part of a movement.
That's right. And so this has been something that's been going on for a very long time. There's a couple of explanations. One thing to say is, even without the tinfoil hat, right? Queer theory in its own, imagine that you have the hiring body, the administration at the school gets infected with queer theory. Oh, well, I don't want to, you know, that guy might like kids, but I don't want to like assume, right? You know, I don't want to judge him. It lowers the potential to say, wait a minute, bringing in this weirdo who's throwing off red flags everywhere might be a bad idea. Or in this case, I guess, rainbow flags with the triangle cut out of it. That might be a bad idea, right? Queer theory overrides your common sense. So it lowers the screening potential. It just makes the whole, like, it's like the fence is like wider open. So good people will make more mistakes when queer theory has come in. But then there's the fact that this actually was a lot of people don't understand. We don't need a tinfoil hat to understand that the universities are fucked up. Nobody does. Look at them. Holy shit. Harvard, you know, let's name some more universities. They're all messed up. And the fact is, I know I keep throwing out sources, but there's this book I read. It's called The Critical Turn in Education. It was published by a Marxist at Iowa State University named Isaac Gottesman in 2016, 15, one or the other. And right from the beginning, one of the things he's explaining is that people with their ideology of education, which is called critical pedagogy, actually had captured our schools of education virtually entirely by 1992. That's the date the Marxists themselves say, this is when we got the schools of education. So I try to explain this in this documentary that I've got coming out in May called Beneath Sheep's Clothing, and it's very simple. If you get the colleges of education, then you're going to get the teachers. And if you get the teachers, then you get the kids. And if you get the kids in a generational strategy, you get the future. And that was, they own the schools. Like, they own the manufacturing plant where we build teachers and administrators. They're called colleges of education. They have a virtual monopoly on producing them. And they have said, in their own words, that their ideology has run the schools since 1992. That's, you know, if we're keeping track on our fingers, 32 years ago.
Well, this is what Yuri Bezmenov talked about in the 80s. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's like I say what I just said, and then Yuri in the trailer to that film, which is at like top of my Twitter, if anybody wants to see it.
Let's see it.
We go back and forth. Yeah, it's like right at the top after
Let's see the trailer.
Cool
when does this come out?
End of May.